Hey, what's going on, everybody? I just wanted to just give a quick recap of obviously my wife's not here. You know, she's at work, so I got to kind of jump in and just kind of recap the marriage maintenance. So, for those who don't know, we were doing this book. Well, we're doing this book, and this book is available on Amazon. So, Amazon. Um, Getting back on the road to romance, marriage maintenance. If you read the title, maintenance, when you maintain, when you fix it, you know, like your car, whatever. Honestly, they kind of, use the car analogy of keeping things, you know, maintained as far as like your oil changes and tune-ups, etc. So the marriage is just like that. But with all this being said, this will be a super quick video. We had been, my wife and I have been promoting this book for good friends, Tam and Brian Little, who are the authors of this book, certified, marriage, counselors, and, so they've been around other couples. They've been around the block a couple times when it comes to speaking about marriage, their own marriage, so they definitely have the experience. And the book is a great read. It's a great interactive read. And once again, for like Valentine's Day, something that you and your wife or your girlfriend, soon to be married, whatever it may be, you can read this book. Don't look at it as being corny. If you're arguing every day, if you're going through the cycles every day, if you are not speaking for weeks, if you are arguing in front of kids, if you are just not being a good role model as a dad or a good role model as a mom, trust me, I've been there. We've been there, but when you come to a place where you're like, listen, we have to try to get better. And you both realize that, and of course, God being in the center of that, then you go forward. Nobody's relationship is perfect. If you're a man that dominates the conversations, if you're a man that is your way or the highway, if you're a woman that's like super needy, or, you're just not, affirming to your husband or person that you're with, if it's just conflict, as a wife, if you want more from your husbands, if you want more for your wife, not just intimacy wise, but I'm talking about just conversation wise, here you go. Okay. If you really want to get better, or if you just want to be the person that just dominates the conversation as a man or a woman and not work on anything, then have at it. It's just a terrible relationship. Marriage is a long relationship. You know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't you want to try to get it better unless you just bullheaded, like I was for many years, you know what I'm saying? So once again, raising my hand first, pointing to myself first, as far as, how this book can help. And granted, before we started reading this book, we were on this kind of path already, still having an argument, to still, disagreeing and opinions, and want to talk about arguments, at that very minute instead of giving it time to rest, so we were on the path of trying to make it better anyway. But this right here really is allowing us to memorize and to put into practice those things that, you want to use to help you find success. But yeah, so shout out to the couples. It's us and there's two other couples. I won't say their names in case they just don't want their names to be said. But yeah, so it's two other couples, and we just had a great time. It was supposed to be half an hour at first, like 40 minutes, but it turned into like an hour and 10 minutes. And, husbands, we talking and, becoming communicators and just speaking about manhood and what kind of offends us, and talking about it. And then this way we can come together and try to live it out and be the best that we can be. So, but yeah, so real quick, just to give you a quick, I'll give you a quick breakdown. So there are some things in here, right? So let me go back here. Hold on. Keywords, the access to spouse, disrespectful, critical, judgment. Okay. All right. Let me see. Give me 1 minute. There was one part I wanted to hit on here, man. Okay, here we go. Words that lock and close access to your spouse. So husbands, I'm going to speak for the husbands, I can't speak for a wife, obviously, but word keys that lock access, that it's your spouse may shut down, and then there may be, no communication because of this. So disrespectful. Number one, you shouldn't eat that. You're getting fat. Obviously, if you're on that level, I'm going to pray for you. That's a crazy level to be. You calling your wife or your person, fiance, or, you know, real close boyfriend and girlfriend, like, you know, you're fat. You shouldn't wear that. You're fat. That's just terrible. Critical meaning saying you never do this. You never do it right. You never. Judgmental. You always. That kind of goes with you, but, you know, you never, kind of same thing. Unsupportive. That's a good idea, but, you know, selfish. Well, I'm sorry. You're just going to have to deal with it. That's another. Now, these are all keys that just lock and close access to a spouse. And then sarcastic. Thanks for nothing. You know, thanks for nothing. That's crazy right there. So that's just some of the stuff that we learned. And I'm going to jump over here. Now, these words that lock and provide access to your spouse, that unlock and provide the access that we need, that we looking for. Fellas, come on. We looking for some access. You know what I'm saying? So if you want that access, you have to be respectful, you know, and that's saying stuff like, you know what, babe, I trust your judgment. You know, letting her feel like, okay, she can make judgments as well, you know, because we tend to want to protect, provide, and service. And it's like we sometimes forget that. You know, I've been there. Affirming. You did a great job today, babe. You did a great job. Just outstanding. It's no more to say. Great job. Appreciative. Do you know what I appreciate about you? The fact that you come home from work every day and you cook food. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. That's what I appreciative. Encouraging. You got this. We're in this together. So you got this. We're in this together. That's like, okay, you got it, but regardless, we're in it together. That's gonna give you some keys. That's gonna unlock and provide the access you need. Supportive. Something like, let me know how I can help you. You know, sometimes, like my wife would always say, she'd tell me something, but I would always try to give an answer or provide the solution or fix it, because men are fixers sometimes. You know, we want to provide, protect. But you know what? Let me know how I can help you. If you need my help at all, I'm here for you, because we're in this together. Empathetic. Tell me more about that. Now that's deep. Like, you know, if you can go that route, it's like, you know, tell me more about what happened at work today. You know, I want to hear that. But, you know, there's many things in here. So I just wanted to just real quick shoot that out there. I just gave you two. I literally gave you two key nuggets from the book on Amazon. Husbands, get this book. Do it with your wife. Or fiance, or very serious boyfriend and girlfriend that's looking to the future to possibly go to that next level. This is single. I don't care. Men, single women, read this. This right here is a very good tool. Okay. It's very affordable on Amazon. Surprise your spouse on Valentine's Day. Once again, let me know you did that. Listen, don't be too manly. Don't be too stubborn as a woman. Don't be too stubborn as a man to feel like you can't do this. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a communicator, guess what? I really wasn't in the relationship. But now talking about problems, knowing when to say, you know what, an argument's happening, and you know what, not right now. Tomorrow, let's schedule some time to talk about this problem. This way we both sit down and we thought about it, and instead of just right there and coming at each other. Don't be too cool to go to school. Marriage maintenance.